Hi, Noah Khan. How you doing? Right, I just need to go out and do something. Okay, let's go. So, what do you mean I must know you? I think I've seen you in here before. Just gotta go take some of it back because it's faulty and try and get my money back. Oh, last stream. Oh, really? Last stream. Okay, so okay, just gotta lock this up. So yeah, gotta take some back because it's not working properly. Oh well, it is what it is. Just gotta try and get my money back off it. So yeah, there's something, isn't there? Yeah. I'm going out to take something back because, like I said, it's not working properly. I have this speaker that's just not even working properly, so I have to go and take it back and just get my money back, basically. So I got my receipt, so I put it in the packaging as well, so that way hopefully they'll accept it and I can get my money back for it. Kind of annoying, really, because you buy something and then it's like it should just work, but sometimes there can be faults and then you have to fuck around, and it is what it is, really. But yeah, it's been cold lately, but at least the sun's out a bit today. It's just a bit windy out here, really, but it's supposed to be 14 people, but they get at the beginning and then a lot of them don't seem to stay around. So come on, guys, at least give me a like or something. And if anyone's new here, welcome to the channel. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go to get this stuff sorted out and get my money back, because that's annoying. So they should give me my money back. It's not working properly, so I can't really use it. It's just doing this echoing bullshit, and I can't seem to get rid of it. There seems to be some fault with Hello, Rabbit. Okay. Yeah, just get rid of the nonsense, really. Anyway, a bit cold, but still winter here, really. So yeah, I didn't come on yesterday, but just didn't really get around to it. I just kind of was a bit busy last night at the gym, so I came home and I was like, I'm not really feeling like going live, really. Oh, it's a bit icy here, so I'm like, yeah, gotta be a bit careful. Don't want to be slipping on it, do we? Why is there? Because I've just been getting rid of people's messages. That's why. People are just going to come in here and just talk shit. Then you're out of here. It's just Hello Void, how you doing? Welcome in. If anyone's new here, hit that subscribe button. Share this out if you can, please. That would be really appreciated. So, yeah, just I tried doing something a bit stupid last night because I watched this short where it shared some like supposed tip on how to do pull-ups at home without a pull-up bar, where they basically just jammed the fucking towel or something into the door. Guess what happened? It took me ages to try and open the door after that. It just jammed shut. I was a bit worried that I wasn't gonna get it open. It was like yeah, it was just really just fucked. yeah. So the relief once I managed to get it open was like, you know what I mean? It's like, when you've been trying to like get something open, it might be like, if you've had a time where you might have like some packaging or something from food and it's like really hard to open, and you've been taking a few minutes to get it open. I don't know if anyone's ever had those times really, but if you've ever had those times where it's like hard to get stuff open, and then finally once you do manage to get it open, it's like the relief of that, 2 sets per exercise, high intensity. I've heard about that actually, about high intensity training. I'd say whatever floats your boat really. If that's something that you can stick to, if you can go to absolute failure and all that, but not everyone wants to be doing that. Some people would rather spread out the volume and do higher volume and just kind of leave reps in reserve and stuff. It depends on how you want to train really, but like if you're doing a lot of like say body weight training, a lot of it's going to be higher reps and kind of like, but it's hard to go to failure on that stuff. But you're training more for like endurance and work capacity really, rather than just trying to kind of build muscle. But you can build muscle doing that, but there's different training modalities and stuff. But some might say that doing the high intensity stuff is more time efficient if you're short on time, but people might just not want to do that psychologically. It's just kind of like psychologically it takes a lot out of you to go to failure on every single set. So like some days you might just not feel like going to failure. You might just feel like leaving 2 or 3 reps in reserve, or even more, but just kind of spreading out the volume and just kind of having more volume and just trying to kind of do it that way. But yeah, barbell bench press, I mean, what you mean tips? I don't really do a lot of that stuff, but you should probably just watch a video on that really, because I'm not really the best to kind of teach that kind of stuff. It's not something I really do a whole lot of myself. But some people say to arch your back to try and engage your chest more or something like that. I mean, there's all sorts of different drive and what have you, but it's not something I'm really that good with myself. I probably don't do it optimally, so I'm not really, because I've never gone above a certain weight on the, I can do like weighted push-ups and stuff, but I don't really go heavy on bench press or anything or whatever. Hello Sebastian, how you doing today? Hope all is well. Alright, so make sure I've still got me receipt. Yes, we do. Anyway, is everybody okay? But yeah, it's just I mean, there's different training. I mean, the thing with, say, if you're doing like really high reps, then you're probably going to end up like doing taking a lot longer to get through your workout. If some people do say like 500 to 1,000 push-ups a day, but then they're also doing a lot of squats, a lot of body weight squats. They might do, maybe that's a bit much, but let's say if they're doing 200-300 push-ups a day, 500 plus squats every day, or even 1,000, they might be doing 200 pull-ups or something. I mean, that is a lot. That is a lot of volume. I don't think that's really necessary. But it depends on what works for you, really. What you feel like you can stick to. Like I said, not everyone wants to be doing absolute failure every time. So then maybe doing, say, like higher volume. So it's like there isn't really one size fits all, I don't think. You get people arguing about what's the best form of training. The best form of training is the one that you can stick to. That's going to get you the results. 30 pull-ups 3 times a week. I mean, it depends on like what you can do. Like some people are going to naturally struggle, because I tend to struggle with pull-ups because of my height. So your volume's going to depend on that as well. But you could always do like regressions as well. Let's say if you're struggling with pull-ups, then you could always, then regress down to jackknife pull-ups to continue to stimulate the muscles once you can't really do any more pull-ups or good quality pull-ups anymore. So there's always ways like of but hello animation, hope you're well today. Share the live out if you can. Yeah, it's a bit slow, isn't it? But oh well. Hello, Jatin Bajaj. Oh really, where was that? Anyway, just need to go and like take something back that I bought the other day. Try and get my money back, because it's not working properly, it's echoing. It's a speaker and it's echoing, getting this reverb. So it shouldn't be doing that. The audio should just be clean and just not be reverbing, because that's no good, is it? It's not going to sound good. It can be harder for mind muscle connection. I think depends on how you do it. And I mean, I don't know, like, I mean, body weight exercises are, yeah, a lot of it's about trying to keep good form and stuff like that with it. But I think there's like extras that you can get, like things such as either TRX or rings, which are, I think those can be good for mind muscle connection actually, because you can really sort of like isolate the muscles better, I think, with that. So do like bicep curls on the TRX. So like that would still be kind of like technically like calisthenics, because it's a bodyweight exercise, I mean, but there's more freedom to it. You can move your body in a more, so it allows you to kind of really, be able to like move your muscles in a more free and sort of way, whereas if you have a fixed kind of anchor point, then that can be somewhat limiting. So that's the benefit of using, say, like some like suspension sort of thing, whether it be rings or straps, to try and kind of give you that freedom of movement. So for example, if you're doing pull-ups, you can supinate your wrists and stuff, so you can do more. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I seem to not have any problem with putting on size with mostly body weight exercises. Most of my workouts lately have been body weight workouts. Like last night, the only time I used weight was to add it on pull-ups. That's the only time I actually used weight, was weighted pull-ups. All the other stuff was body weight only, on just like mainly using the RX, just doing different exercises, working muscles at different angles, and just kind of using the bodybuilding principles. I was doing a lot of like slow reps and stuff like that, doing posed reps, things like that, trying to like really be mindful of making sure I'm actually working those muscles and not using a bunch of momentum. So I think that's the problem, where people can use a lot of momentum, and let's say for example, if they're doing a bunch of like inverted rows or something, and they're like letting their hips sag, and then their hips are using they're able to, they're basically, it turns it more into like a hip thrust, and it's like, well, you're not really, if you're trying to like work your back, then it's kind of like cheating. It's like the body wants to try and find the easiest way to do something, so you're having to go against your instincts to try and do it the most efficient way, because if you want to get stronger and get bigger and whatever, you're having to like try and isolate certain muscles in order to get stronger, so you're not using momentum, if you get me. So hello the fates, hello heaven. Yeah, I mean, I think I've gotten a lot better with stuff. It's just about kind of greasing the groove, just practicing really feeling the muscles and stuff, really making sure that you're actually, one of the things with like pull-ups is things like the bending the bar. So it's about kind of getting that mind muscle connection and stuff. There's ways of sort of like getting better activation in certain muscles and stuff. But anyway, love handles. I mean, it's just like the truth, the harsh truth about losing weight is you have to lose it everywhere in order to lose it where you want to lose it, if you get me. Like, I don't think there's such a thing as spot fat reduction. Like, there's been this myth. I mean, there has been some people who've been questioning it, saying that there might be some truth to it, but I don't really think that it's really, a lot of it's going to be down to your genetics, like your hormonal levels and things like that, in terms of how you store your fat. Like, for example, men and women have differences in how they store their fat. Some people are just unfortunate and they store it a lot in their love handles, their belly, and you have to just get very, very lean in order to lose all that. Some people can get relatively less lean and still have, a decent, definition. Like, there's guys out there that are, say, like 20+% body fat, and they still have abs. And part of that might be because they might store their fat in their legs or something. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're trying to lose fat, you have to lose it everywhere. So that's my suggestion on that, is just basically just like anyone trying to lose weight, just have to be in a calorie deficit. If you want to lose fat, you're going to have to just lose it everywhere. And some people are just more blessed in terms of how they store their fat. Like, some people just store it mainly in their gut. So you notice some people have like what they call like skinny fat, and they have a bit of a gut, but their arms and legs are like really skinny. Different people, like they store it, and then some people might store it more in their arms, and then not as much in the stomach. So it depends, on genetic factors. Everybody's different. Lower center of mass, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Lower center of mass? I'm talking about how people store fat and all that. Like, in terms of, if you're storing your fat in your stomach, that's not good, is it? Because that is not healthy, is what I'm saying. It's more just down to like more visceral fat and stuff. The more that you have around your gut, the more visceral fat you have. And that is linked with like health problems later on in life. So yeah. Also arguably not very good for aesthetics either. If you have like, fat around your midsection, if you're a guy, it's not really, or for anybody, you don't want to have a bunch of fat around your midsection. No, don't really What do you mean, do UK ABT? What do you mean? I don't do marathon running. Nah. I do a lot of workouts, but I've been doing a lot of calisthenics and stuff. I do kind of mix a bit of cardio in as well, but I don't really do a lot of running. I did go a little, sometimes I might go a little bit on the elliptical machine, but yeah, I don't really do that much running, but yeah. Anyway. Yeah, no, I'm not on house arrest, no. What are you on about? Just go away then. I mean, why don't they just take the hint or something? Just like either come in here and be civil, or just leave me alone. You know? I don't know what that is. Midnight. Anyway, hope everyone's well. Anyway. No, well, partly I have to like go and take some back because I bought some the other day, and I have to go and take it back because it's not working properly. So I'm gonna have to try and get my money back on that because, yeah, it's faulty. It's not working properly. So give me the receipt, and I'm gonna go and take it back and try and get it. Yeah. So we'll be on here for a bit, and then it's not hot here actually, it's quite cold. It's just that the sun's out, but it's actually quite cold. No, I don't play rugby, no. If anyone's new here, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, so just have to go and take that stuff back, and then I can, yeah, hopefully get my money back. Well, they should give me my money back. Be pissed off if they don't, because I got my receipt and all that, you know. So yeah, they should be giving my money back. Oh, really healthy Greek food. That sounds interesting. Yeah. Never really had much Greek food before. Anyway, I would like Mediterranean food and stuff, but I guess all that kind of is included in that. But I would guess some olives are like Greek actually, but there's one called Halkidiki olives or something. Anyway. I'm not really that into cooking, to be honest. I'm quite basic when it comes to that sort of stuff. Quite minimalist. Yeah, I can't be arsed with all that, really. Okay. Here we go with the nonsense again. Alright, hit that like button, everybody. Okay. But yeah, just I know it might seem like I don't go out, but yeah, I just don't always film when I'm out, really. Especially if it's raining a lot, then I don't really film outside, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of, you know, rain hitting my phone, and it can really mess things up with live streaming. So yeah, it's alright, but it's a bit cold. My hands are cold, really, but yeah, it's not it's not very warm, really. But I think it was like that the other day, and then it just started raining. Well, yesterday it was alright, but then later on it just started lashing it down with rain. Just don't know how it's going to go. Anyway, I've got 18 in the building. I hope you're all well. Share this out if you can. That would be really appreciated. Yeah, it's not great. Hello, Sally, how you doing? Hope you're well today. Hit that subscribe, share the live out if you can. So yeah, so just gotta go take something back. Hopefully it's gonna get me money back. So I was gonna try and get new kit for busking, but yeah, it's just not been working properly. Getting echo on it, so it's no good. I've still got my other kit, but fortunately the microphone's a bit messed up on it, so maybe I should get a new microphone for it. I don't know. Not sure what I'm gonna do, because I think that the system still works. It's just the microphone keeps like cutting out. I think it's because of the loose connection. It kind of, it's, like, how it like attaches together like and onto the wire, but that's kind of like loose. So I was thinking whether I should just put some tape around it or something and just see if that'll kind of like hold it in place so it doesn't keep cutting out. But it's just there's a bit like heavy equipment really, so, but I do put it in a suitcase, but still it's just a lot of shit to be dragging around really. But I usually take it on the bus, but even then it's like, but you just got to deal with these things, I guess. Yeah, hit the bell icon. Yeah, it's been raining really, but it was alright yesterday for a part, and then it kind of just started raining at night, and it was horrible. It's freezing and raining and just yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. It's just tough, really. Anyway, so yeah, hope you're all well. How have we gone down from 18 viewers to 2 viewers in like 2 minutes? I don't think these numbers are even accurate anyway, so. Oh, hello, 123 S41A. What's your name? Thing is, when I see people's names on here, I don't see their actual channel name, I see their handle name. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, just trying to like I just need to go take some back, try and get my money back. So yeah, once I've done that, then I'll be like, yeah, that's done then. It's just off my mind then, isn't it? It's good to try and get stuff done. Like if you got something that on your mind, like whether it's cleaning or whatever it might be, or some other, or whether it's some bill to pay, just do it as soon as possible, because otherwise it's on your mind and it's stress. The thing is, like a lot of people just like put things off, but then they just have this kind of background stress going on in their mind, whether they realize it or not. It's like a kind of subconscious stress that they've got going on. So you have to try and sort of just be mindful that to not let yourself get kind of like worked up over things really, and just hope you're all having a good day, people. Welcome in here. So I've got a few more minutes to go and get to this shop. So I need to take this equipment back, but oh well, it is what it is. It's just tough really, isn't it? So I'm thinking of doing some traveling, guys. But yeah, that's something I've been wanting to do for a while, but I need to try and get around to it. I want to travel different places and yeah, just see more of this country, see some landmarks and things, different whether it be a historic site, different kind of like things like that really, different attractions and things. Hello Carol, how you doing? I hope you're well. Good to see you again. So showed to 15 friends. Oh, thank you. All right, that's good. Yeah, the more the merrier. don't come to Florida. I'll go wherever I want to go, you know? Yeah. But I take it they're from Florida, but oh god. The hell. Some people are yeah, so really trying to just get into the manifestation mindset and try and kind of just get rid of other things. Is like basically one of the things is that if you're holding grudges and you have negativity in your mind, it's going to make it harder for you to actually attract positivity into your life. But if you're forgiving somebody, remember, you're forgiving them for you. It's not for their benefit, it's for your benefit actually, because by keep holding grudges, you're actually holding on to bitterness, and that's just going to destroy you. So someone actually said an analogy where it's like about that someone made a fire and then you're holding on to that fire or onto that flame, and you're going to burn yourself with that, you know what I mean? But it's like trying to blame the other person for like you burning yourself. Well, you were the one that burned yourself, you know what I mean? The other person made the flame, but you're the one that burned yourself with it. It's like you have to take some accountability and just be like, okay, yeah, this person did me wrong, but like, you know, just gotta move on, you know, learn from your mistakes, move on, stop being a victim is what I'd say. Just kind of victim mentality is what actually leads to just kind of, you know, the more that you have that, then the more you'll try to just see yourself as a victim in every scenario. That leads to actually like not taking responsibility, not actually getting to where you want to be in life. Like when people say, oh, you know, because let's say they were bullied at school or something, and maybe they were like, you know, kind of had certain features or whatever, and they got picked on for that. But instead of being a victim and being like letting that kind of, you know, bother you, then it's like you need to just like, you know, strengthen yourself and just it's just one of those unfortunate things in life. And yeah, you have to move on. It's like you can have these feelings of betrayal and whatever, and all these negative thoughts, and obviously not just things like school bullying. I mean, obviously that's different because they were like at an age where they didn't know any better. That's just kind of like seems to be a culture of just someone always bullies somebody else kind of thing in school, it seems. But talking about in general, like say if somebody lent you some money and then you lent somebody money and then they never paid you back for that, and it's like, well, but you can't just let it have a hold over you. You have to sort of just, you know, learn to not be so easily trusting and having boundaries. That's what it teaches. Taking the responsibility to learn from mistakes, realize that you're partly responsible for what happened to you. You have to be somebody who can vet people before trusting them, you know, realizing that trust is earned and not just being a victim. And then some people will just be like, oh, I'm a victim, you know, all this kind of stuff, and then they end up kind of just, yeah, just kind of living in that sort of cheated on or something. But then you have to just move on, move to somebody else. You know, really just going to give give you that reciprocation of loyalty and all that, because it's like, I think part of it is just you have to be like somebody who's very much, I guess, assertive in a way, and be like, not assertive, but you know what I mean. It's like, you want to be that, but it's in like, you want to be someone who will say, you're going to like someone who isn't afraid to just be like, put the cards on the table and be like, this is what I expect. This is, that any distrust, it's over. Then if they're gonna get all funny about that and be like, oh well, what? I don't want to deal with you. Good, you've had a lucky escape there. Because if they are thinking that you're controlling or manipulative or whatever because you expect loyalty and because you, then fuck them off. It's like you have to, I guess, like, have these conversations and be like, okay, this is what I expect. If you're going to like ever betray my trust, that's it. No second chances. So you have to be someone who's willing to do that, and unfortunately a lot of people, they get sort of like afraid to like sort of, kind of like these old conversations that get, I don't know what you're saying there, but what I'm saying is like, we have to take the responsibility to lay out like what we expect. Now some people say, oh, you shouldn't have any expectations on anything. Some people say expectations leads to disappointment. Now there are certain things that if you are, whether it's friends, a relationship, whatever it might be, even family or whoever it might be, that you expect a certain level of behavior, that if you want to be a thug, there is certain things that are expected, and that if they do not live up to that, then you shouldn't just kind of put up with that. Like, it should be a mutually agreed upon thing. If they cannot live up to that, they should not be getting involved with you. And so yeah, you have to be not afraid to like say, okay, this is what I expect. Otherwise, forget it. You know what I mean? Because some people, but then it might not stop every bit from happening, because sometimes people will still try and, just make out they're this and that when they're really not. Some people make out that they're loyal and all that, but then given the opportunity, they would, just kind of betray. But at least if you've laid out that intention and like that sort of boundary, if you will, then it's like there's no like kind of plausible deniability, and where they can be like, oh well, you didn't say that we were supposed to be exclusive or something, because that could be the get out of jail free card. That, oh well, you didn't say that, couldn't. So this is why you would have to have these kind of conversations and be like, what do you expect out of this? Because if you're not like going to explicitly say what you expect, then that's how they can just walk all over you. So yeah, it's just as simple as that, really. But you have to, move on from past betrayal and be like someone who's stronger, who can sort of not be walked all over and be betrayed. Someone who will, lay their cards on the table and be like, this is what I expect. This is the level of commitment I expect, blah, blah, blah. These are my intentions. Because if you're not going to like talk about what your intentions are, then, like I said, that opens up to blurred lines and You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna get going in a sec, but I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you doing? There's a lot of people around here, so yeah. I think they're on like holiday today, so that's probably why. Yeah, I don't know when. Have we had like Stroll Tuesday yet, or I don't even know because I don't follow this stuff. Oh really? Yeah, the sky. Yeah, there's the sky. Yeah, just walking through the city centre at the moment. Hopefully the connection won't cut out, but yeah, I just have to go into this shop and like get and get my money back. Take this thing back and get my money back. Yeah. Anyway. Alright, so yeah. Right, I'm gonna get going, guys. So have a great day. I'll be back later. So take care. See you all soon.